Do you want to rock with the best? Then you'll need the right look to do so. Make sure you're looking top-notch with your very own Pro Logo by ProLogos.com. From channel art, thumbnails, avatars, and more, shop ProLogos.com to stay rocking with the best. This is your DSG brand ambassador Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
I'm dizzy, baby, you know me, I'm reppin' the dirty, so fresh and so clean, I bling every time I'm speaking, you heard me? I just bought a Cadillac and about to throw some D's on it, but I I'ma take the back and throw some 23s on it. It's M Squad, money go getters, them paper chasers, them shine, stacking the figures, raining on gators. I'm Diz, now one hell of a nigga, certified player. I'm so fly, snatch up a brizzer in Ice Asia. I'm shot calling, getting money on the block, representing New Orleans, 40, this is why I'm high. We basketballin', so all you gon' get is switch. Don't get mad cause you can't rock like this.
You see me sit low, riding behind tip, but ooh, you can't rock like this. You be wasting your time to imitate mine, cause ooh, you can't rock like this.
What's shaking, people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and share the video. It's an easy way to help the squad grow and give you more fire content, shows, and events. This is your DSG brand ambassador Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And welcome to another episode of Storytime with Doom. Man, these things are so nerve-wracking for me. Like I said, I'm used to interviewing people, but it's just me. So bear with me again, people. I'm sorry. They'll get better. I'll get better at this, but thank y'all for rocking with me. I greatly appreciate it. Today's episode of Storytime with Doom, my failed rap career. Like, a lot of you guys hear the music today, and y'all like, oh, that's pretty cool, that's pretty dope. But it's a story behind this. I guarantee you that. And we're about to go and get right on into it. So if you go ahead and like the video, make sure you Hulk smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell. That way you never miss an episode, upload, or when I am live. Whoo, let's get right on into it. How I've got this set up is I've written down story points, so I'll just talk the story point and then kind of elaborate on it, so y'all kind of get where we're going with this. We're gonna start back in the day, though, back in the yesteryear, the 4-year-old music prodigy. Now, when I was a kid, music just it was in me. My mom and grandma and them always would call me the whistling baby. They said I came out whistling, and I would just always be, even as a little, infant, humming or, whistling music and things like that. So that was me. And at the age of 4 years old, my grandmother bought a grand piano for the house. It was just supposed to be a kind of just a fixture in the living room, but I went and taught myself how to play the piano. Like, I would just listen to the music that was on the radio and literally just start mimicking it. And my family is already musically inclined. I've got like a lot of family that does music. So it's kind of just ingrained in my systems that I am, musically inclined like that. So, they sent me off to get lessons and whatnot on violin, but which I did not like at all. I didn't like the violin. I just was like, nah, I'm good on that. But they sent me to get piano lessons at I think I was like 6 years old. And the piano teacher was like, I can't teach this guy. He's kind of taught himself mostly everything, and he's ambidextrous, so he uses the wrong hands to do stuff, but he does it well. So I don't want to break that out of him. So he just kind of showed me what the notes were and, tell me, this does this and that does that. And I kind of just taught myself everything else. So I was doing that, from like 6 years old to, pretty much my whole life. The piano was in my house, pretty much until I left that house, pretty much. So I kind of just messed around on that my entire young adult life, not young adult, but young adolescent life or whatnot. And when I turned about, I think I was like 12, 13 years old or something like that. And I had a crush on this girl in the neighborhood, right? She was a baddie, of course. And at that age, I had a little bit of game, but I wanted to always be different. I never wanted to do what everybody else was doing. So I was like, I'm gonna write this girl a poem. No, 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 a poem. You know what I mean? No people in the hood that I'm in are writing poems. So I'm gonna try and write this girl a poem. And I wrote it, but I never gave it to her. I just was like, forget that. I'm gonna just go talk to her. It's probably cooler. But I left the poem in my room. And one day my mom was going in my room. I don't know what she was doing in there. You know how moms is, but she found the poem. And she was like, who wrote this? And where did you get it from? I was like, I wrote it, and I wrote it for a girl, and like that's what it is. And she was like really amazed by the poem. She thought it was super, super good. And I mean, it was just a short, like, 2-paragraph poem about like love and thunder, like Thor, you feel me? Like that's what it was about. But I guess the lyrical content was really good because my mom sent that same poem off, and I won some kind of contest overnight, right? So I was just like, wow, okay, cool. I won a contest that I ain't even entered. That's always dope. So they sent me like a whole bunch of writing stuff and stuff to read to help me, branch out on my lyrical content, which I thought was cool. I mean, I like to read anyway, so I read all that stuff, and I guess I became a poet. You know what I mean? I was literally like writing, at 14, 15 years old, fresh in high school, like full on poems. You know what I mean? And they were used in school, like for Black History Month. I wrote a Black History poem, and it was just like dope, and they used it. It was pretty cool. Um, I never thought about rapping or anything like that. That wasn't my thing. Rap was still, I'm so old that rap was still coming up when I was this age, you know what I mean? So once I left high school, you know what I mean? I played music all through high school. I did poetry all through high school, sports and whatnot. And I ran across this kid, like right before I went to college. I ran across this kid who had a I can't even synthesizing keyboard, which was pretty dope for back in the day. You know what I mean? You see them all the time now, but it was able to record your sounds. You could add sounds to it. You could make all kind of cool beats, and that was like my literal introduction into making beats. And he was like, "Yo, you got to come over, check this out." My dad bought me this cool keyboard thing, and we can make beats on it. So, he would make a bunch of cool type of beats and whatnot. And I tried it. It was cool. I wasn't as good as he was, off top, you know what I mean? But I still did my thing. And, I got better and better and better at it until it was like second nature. I can go in there and make about 3 or 4 beats in about 15 minutes. It was the level we was on, you feel me? What's good with it, guys? How y'all doing in the chat? How y'all doing with the chat? But, so we were just making beats for fun, and it was cool. Like we made some of the coolest beats for back in the day. This is like the 90s. I'm sorry, I'm old as hell. So this is like mid 90s, you know what I mean? Like 96, 97. And I guess that's late 90s, huh? But anyways, we started making beats for fun, and we were making a lot of beats, and we just started giving them away to rappers in the hood. You know what I mean? It was like, I mean, we ain't doing nothing with them. Then we got literally, 400 beats sitting on his keyboard and not doing anything with them. So we would just start giving them away to the rappers and whatnot. And they would use some of them or whatnot. Sometimes they wouldn't. I mean, we were still young in the game, so it is what it is. But then people started stealing our creations. That's when I started getting a bit of taste for music at that point in time. If you are going to make music in the game, even in this day and age right now, buy your own equipment. Don't use anybody else's equipment. I'll tell you why right now. Get into this story. So the guy who I was talking about, I don't want to miss. I'll call him Skills because that was his nickname anyway, Skills. So me and Skills met a producer in New Orleans, right? And this producer was really, really interested in our beats. He's like, okay, I'll even pay you for, your beats. So now, I'm like 18, 17, 18 years old making literal money off of music. And this is something I had never planned on doing. This is crazy to me, right? I'm like, what? Okay, cool. So we would make beats and stuff, right? He would give us like, it was chump change at the time, like $20 per beat, right? Turn around, like add a cymbal tap to it or something like that, and say he made the beat, and then sell that same beat for like $150 to somebody, sometimes up to $500, right? And never gave us credit for the beats, never even said that it was our creations, right? So, and we were doing all of these beats on his stuff in his studio, you know what I mean? So all he's got to say is, look, if we were to try to swim or anything, look, these beats are on my equipment. I don't know what these guys are talking about, right? There was no video surveillance. We didn't even have cell phones. I mean, I think cell phones had just come out at the time. You know what I mean? Like, besides the big giant brick phones that used to go up to your ear. Like, I'm not even joking. This is like literally late 90s. So we were just pretty much out of luck. That's out of luck. You know what I mean? So, it gave us both a bitter taste in our mouth for music, because we really were taught on that stuff. This dude was like trying to be our mentor and whatnot, when in factuality, he just wanted credit for our stuff. This literally happened to me for years. Anytime that I would work with somebody without having my own equipment, I would get either jacked off my stuff, or, they would add something to it and take co-credit for it. You know what I mean? And that's just the music industry for you. You literally have to have your own stuff, and you need to record yourself doing it, or it's like literally mail it to yourself, get it copyrighted soon as you create it. You know what I mean? Because people will steal your stuff, man. Becoming a recording artist. Okay, so this is how things went. When we finally just decided to buy our own equipment, our own recording stuff, it was pretty hard for us, because we're making all of these beats and we wanting to sell them, but nobody knows us. So it's hard to get a meeting to sell a beat when you're like literally 18, 19 years old, still in college. You know what I mean? Trying to, do music on the side. You know what I mean? And it was hard as hell for us to sell beats. Our beats were top notch, but it's just literally getting meetings. We weren't per se in the hood anymore, because we're both in college at the same time. You know what I mean? So we're both in dorms. We both have literally a studio set up in our dorm, and college students are broke. So we can't sell the beats to any college students. You know what I mean? So we had to venture out into this new neighborhood, this new, city, this new town, and try to market ourselves. And it really was not working. There were so many other people from New Orleans in this little town that we went to college in, that we just blended in with everybody. So we got a suggestion from someone who was like, just rap on the beats, and then people will hear the raps and want to buy the beats because of the raps. You know what I mean? That's how you get yourself out there. Just put a rap on the beat and showcase the song and sell the song. And I was like, sell this? I don't know how to rap, bro. He was like, man, just put anything down on it, just so people could hear some kind of flow over the beat. I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, let me dig into my poetry. You know what I mean? So I wrote my first song. I sat in my bathroom and I partake in a little bit of Cabbage back in the days, you know what I'm saying? And broccoli, if y'all want to call it that these days, and devil's lettuce if you're white and you know what I'm talking about. But I wrote my first rap, you know what I mean? And it was actually pretty dang on good for a first time rapper who don't want to rap, who was just literally trying to sell beats. And it ended up being so good that we kind of had a tentative deal with a small record label down in New Orleans. Like the song did pretty dang on good. I'm gonna just say that much. It did pretty dang on good. Actually, let's take a quick break real quick. I want y'all to hear this song real fast. This is a song that I did Actually, I don't have that song. Shoot. Okay, we'll just go to a commercial break real quick. Let me drink some water. So let's take a let's just listen to this real quick. They'll tell you how to buy Avengers merchandise. I'll leave the link in the description, and we'll come back. Let me get a sip of water, and I'll come back to the story. Then we'll play some of my old school music. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Do you like Marvel gear? Check the link in the description and use code DOOM for awesome discounts. From 20 to 60% off, use code DOOM for the coolest Marvel apparel from hoodies to sweats.
I don't wanna see us going hard enough again.
All right. These things are so nerve-wracking. I apologize, guys. I really, really do. I'm not trying to be nervous, but it is. This is really nerve-wracking, talking about your past and stuff like that. But so the songs that we did, they did pretty dang on well, and we got like a tentative deal. You know, there was like, you make 5 songs, and you know, we'll put them out for you as a little EP or whatnot, and try to get you guys some not credibility, but some shine, some promo and stuff like that, right? So we did it, and it happened again. They literally just took our lyrics, our songs, you know what I mean, gave them to somebody else. Now they're somebody else's songs. Couldn't do anything about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to start my own thing by myself, and hopefully it grows from there, because every time I try to work with somebody, I literally get jacked. I have literally put out probably 7 albums in my career, but only 4 of them are mine. 3 of them. You know what I mean? Because, you know, this 5-song EP went to, I'm not even gonna say the name of the group, but they literally are rapping my lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, I can literally pull a Google song up and show you the song, but I don't even want to give them no props. You know what I mean? Because it's my song, you know. But it is what it is. Life happens, and you learn, and that's what I did. I literally learned from that. So what I did was start my own thing. You know, me and Scales, you know, just put all of the little change we had together from working. You know, the little college refund that you get, put all of that into music, right? And we started our own thing for real. It wasn't just, you know, sitting in a dorm room thing. You know, we went and rented studio space. You know what I mean? Like, we did the thing right this time. And it kind of worked out for us for a little bit. I mean, we were able to sell so many beats to so many different rappers in the community. We were able to record different rappers doing their thing and make sure that their music was theirs. You know what I mean? We didn't take anything from them. We were like, okay, we'll give you this, you know, you pay for this beat, you pay for this studio time. We'll record it for you, edit it up nicely, give it to you as yours. We won't keep any masters or anything like that. We were just we know what it feels like to work hard on something and then somebody else gets the credit for it. You know what I mean? It sucks. It really, really, really sucks. So that's what we did for a little while, until I think we did that for a full year. You know what I mean? And it worked out for a little bit, but it wasn't really feasible, because I mean, if you're not being cutthroat, you're really not making money. And no matter how cool you're being to people, the music industry is a cutthroat thing. And again, left another bad taste in my mouth. So I moved to Seattle. You know, me and Scales were still cool. That's like one of my besties to this day. And so I moved to Seattle. You know, finished my 2-year little college thingy. Went into marketing. You know, learned all I could about marketing, and I moved to Seattle. And you know, I was like, you know, I don't really want to get into music, but the music scene out here is really, really bad. I kid you not. Like, I'm not joking. As far as hip hop is concerned, it's just not good. I kid you not. It's bad, bro. It's really, really bad out here. So I saw that as an opportunity. I was like, okay, I can come in here and actually make some money on a local level. I don't need to be a superstar to be, you know, a musician. That was my mind frame. So, you know, I grabbed my equipment and, you know, I connected with a couple of the local artists out here, and we did pretty dang on good for ourselves. We put out a full album. It was nice. Actually, we put out a couple of albums. You know, I did a solo album. Then I did a group album, which was the second album. And then we actually put out a solo artist as well. So it was pretty it was pretty dang on good. And it was a local level. So, you know, we're keeping all of the money we were making. We'll print up like 1,000 CDs and sell them all. You know what I mean? Then print up another 1,000. So we're making pretty good money. You know what I mean? And it was awesome. It felt good. We had a little bit of notoriety in the neighborhood, not a neighborhood, but in the city. Like they would play some of our artists on the radio, which was awesome to hear your own stuff on the radio. That was before like the big SoundCloud and SoundClick blow up and whatnot. This was before all of that, like right before all of that, actually. So having your stuff on the radio was just icing on the cake. You know what I mean? You made it, you know, as far as a local artist is concerned. And that worked out. But egos, you know what I mean? People have egos. People get toxic. So the group didn't really last that long. You know what I mean? It did what it did for what it could do. And that's all I could ask for. I'm still cool with all of the guys, but egos happened. And I mean, I'm not blaming anybody. I have an ego sometimes too. So, you know, it just happens. And so that group broke up, and I kind of just left music alone for a little while. Was just doing my, you know, my career instead. And I met a little guy. He was so talented. This guy is so talented. He's a young guy. He's from California, and he was hungry as I don't know what. And I saw the hunger in him, and I'm like, let's do it again. Let's start a label again. So I started a label, which is so funny that, again, if y'all watched the last episode of Storytime with Doom, you guys know I did not name the team Doom Squad Gaming. That was not my thing. Somebody else named it that. But what is actually funny is that the label that I started was called Monster Squad Records. So M Squad Records. It's so funny that it's Doom Squad and M Squad, right? Like, I guess the squads just love me. I don't know. But I started a local label called M Squad Records. And we had, y'all know me, I love diversity. We had a white guy as a producer. We had an Asian guy as a rapper. Myself as a rapper. We had a black girl as a singer, a Latino girl as a singer. So it was just a mix of anything and everything that you could possibly want. I just didn't want to just do one, you know, hard, oh, we're rappers and we gangster. I mean, I come from the hood, but you know what I mean? I grew up. I left the hood. So I don't need to be hard. You know, I just want to make good music at this point. And now I can show y'all some music real quick. This is one of the songs that we came up with. It's pretty old. This song is, I think, 9-10 years old at this point, so bear with me. But this is kind of stuff that I used to do, you know what I mean, on a local level. It was pretty, I think, pretty damn dope. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's bring it on the screen real quick. All right, this is called That Thing, and y'all will get it when it plays. Y'all understand why it's called That Thing.
She make her booty go when she work that thing. She do it like a pro, how she work that thing. When she take it down low, I wanna murk that thing. That is perfect. The way she twerking, dropping, work that thing. Work that thing. That thing like a pro, how she work that thing. That is down low, I wanna murk that thing. That is thing. Twerking, dropping, twerk. Got the whole world crunk. You can hear him holler, go. It's like a bomb drop. Boom, she take it to the floor. Go. Do it with no hands. And the way you twerking that, I hope that you ain't got no man. Yeah, left cheek, right cheek, wobble in one spot. Now turn around, back it up and drive it like it's hot. She seductive like a stripper, how she moving this thing. Got me contemplating what I'm about to do to that thing. Cause she ride it like Sierra, baby, please don't stop it. She with some dime pieces and they pretty girl rocking. Put it on a platter, how she serving that thing. Baby girl, do what you do and just keep working that thing. Make her body go when she work that thing. She do it like a pro, how she work that thing. When she take it down low, I wanna murk that thing. That is perfect. The way she's working, dropping, work that thing.
All right. That's enough of that. That's enough. We gotta stop now. Hold on. Let me stop this in my ear. All right. That's enough of that. Well, that's the kind of music I used. Not just the kind of music. That's like one of the songs I used to do back in the day. It was like a little club joint. It did pretty dang on well out here. It was it was twerking way back in the day before. See what I'm saying? I was a trendsetter. It was before everybody was twerking. I was talking about twerking. So you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of stuff that we used to get it popping with. And like that little group was so big out here. I ain't gonna say big. We wasn't like super huge, you know what I mean? But we did our thing. We did our thing, you know what I mean? But jealousy will always cost you. We were literally in the process, like we were opening up for some of the biggest names in hip hop at the time, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Cash Money, Rough Riders, just a plethora of hot artists, you know what I mean? Like top of the line artists that was doing their thing. And jealousy, man. Like people really would start even inside the group, you know what I mean? With oh well, he's getting this kind of money, so why am I not getting that kind of money? And dude, like this is why I preach the same thing every time. What somebody else eats don't make you crap. Again, if you're thirsty and I drink this water, are you still thirsty? You are, aren't you? What I do does not affect you. You know what I mean? You need to go get your own water. You know what I mean? Like people don't get it though. So that literally cost me a major record deal. And at that point in time, I was done. I said, you know what? I am tired of working with people. I am tired of the cutthroatness in the music business. If I ever do music again, it's not going to be for money. It's not going to be for anything like that. I'm just doing it for the love of it. And I walked away. You know what I mean? Because there was nothing else that the music industry could offer me. I didn't even really want to be a star. You know what I mean? Like I got too many mental issues falling. I stress out too much. I got anxiety and I have panic attacks. So being a star, it never was really in the cards for me anyway. You know what I mean? I had the talent, I had the know-how, I had the professionalism, but it was too much. You know what I mean? And especially the cutthroatness, like when you can't even trust your friends. You know what I mean? People who you literally took off the street, put them in an apartment, made sure they had food in their house. You know what I mean? Like you can't even trust that person. What do? You know what I mean? So I literally walked away. I like to call it my failed rap career, but it really isn't a failed rap career when I think about it, because I learned so many lessons. I learned how to be the person who I am today because of all of those lessons. That's why I treat DSG members the way I treat them, and I try to always uplift them, and I try to always push them to be the best that they can be, because in the real world, to be honest with you, you don't have people doing that. You don't have people trying to better you. You got people trying to take advantage of you all day, every day, no matter what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I try to make sure that the people that I surround myself with are in the best shape mentally as they can be, best shape physically as they can be, best shape as a creator or an ambassador or a streamer or just a supporter. You know what I mean? There's some people on the team that don't even create content. You know what I mean? They're just there to be supportive. You know what I mean? They're good at the game or whatever they do. You know what I mean? But they don't even make content. They're still on the team. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that, you know, that I've learned from being a rapper or a failed rapper. You dig? Like I said, I never even wanted to be, you know, I gave up on stardom at 21 years old. I was like, it's not for me. It's not. I don't want to risk my integrity, my sanity, who I am as a person, so people can, you know, shower me with praise. And that's why I always give love. As soon as you give me love, I'm giving it right back, or I'm throwing it at somebody else. You know what I mean? Because like I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Like it does feel good when your peers, especially your friends, like getting a compliment from a stranger is one thing, but getting a compliment from your friend that's a whole different level of love to me. You know what I mean? So, but what I'm trying to say is, I guess, even though I'm a failed rapper, I'm still a good musician. I might not be a star. I might not be, have you fans and whatnot like that. I got great supporters, and I love doing my music still. Like I'm able to do stuff like let me find something real quick. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and throw some questions in the chat for me, because this is pretty much coming to the end of the podcast, but I want to show you guys some kind of stuff that I'm proud of doing right now. You know what I mean? Let me scroll up a little bit. I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds to find it. Playlist. Actually, I can just go to playlist. Where's my playlist? And I don't see my playlist, so never mind. But give me 2 seconds. I apologize. I'm gonna figure out this whole podcast thing, doing it solo, so just bear with me. I apologize, yo. I'm gonna get better. I promise I will. Here, this is where I wanted to go. Give me 2 seconds to get through this real quick. 1 second. All right, it's almost ready. All right, this is the type of stuff that I enjoy doing these days. You know what I mean? Like stuff like I'm about to show y'all, which give me 2 seconds to pull it up. There we go. Boom. Boom. This is the kind of stuff that I like to do. Right here.
You are now rocking with the best. Daily June, let's show them how we do it. Let's go. That's the June. We go crazy, baby. You know what the deal is. Thunderclapping everything, clearing the room real quick. Gamma with that plasma status, you know that is deal sick. Looking rolling through the streets, finishing with a shield kick. The first to find the seats involved. Pass fast. The first one shot kill with hoe. No cap. Oh, you looking for some tips and tricks that'll help you get better? Have you ready for that one yelling Wakanda forever? Never back down, make their bones shake and shiver. Unload a full bag of tricks and Hawkeye's quiver. Grab Widow, turn invisible. Power surge, damage critical. Hulk buster up with Iron Man, show you why he's invincible. Damn, homie, they ain't ready for this. Scatter shot, I'm working, hurt them worse than slitting your wrist. Hit subscribe, smash like, ring the bell, stay tuned. Now without further ado, here's the duel the tune. Yeah.
This is my tape bill.
Yo, it's the type of stuff I like to do now. You know what I mean?
I got nothing in offense.
All right. Let me stop. Okay, I was just getting a little too hyped. My bad, y'all. My bad. Yeah, see, I like, I like doing that kind of stuff. I know how to edit. I know how to, put the music to make sure it's, going in the right direction as the edit is going. So, like, I still get to make music. I still get to make music for good people, and I still get to shine. You know what I mean? Yes, I only have like 5K subscribers, but you know what? That's 5K subscribers that I didn't have before, and I'm grateful for every single one of them. And like I said, I still get to do music. You know what I mean? It's on a very much smaller level, but you know what? I enjoy it. I have fun doing it. When Lejeune got his theme song, you like, he was freaked out. He didn't know what to do with himself. You know what I mean? Like, it was that fire to him. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of joy I get. But let me check out some of these questions, yo. How am I so cool? I'm not cool, Flash. I'm not cool, bro. I just do me, bro. Like, that's all I can tell you is just to do you. You cool. You know what I mean? So we keep that at that, bro. I'm not cool. I just do me. You know what I mean? Oh, see, Kitty will tell you. I'm wearing my Superman pajamas right now. I really am wearing pajamas. I'm not even joking. So, like, I really have pajamas on. I'm not. Yeah, I'm chilling. It's chill time. The community rap was cool too. I thought it was fire. I did. That boy J. Coon Prime says, when is the Doom Killer J. Coon Prime song coming? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's coming though. It'll get there. I guess thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Won't y'all I'm gonna do a Twitter poll. If y'all follow me on Twitter, which I think everybody in here follows me on Twitter, y'all get to pick my next story time with Doom. What do y'all want to hear me talk about? You know what I mean? Drunk college days. We could talk about whatever. You know what I mean? My first fight or something like that. I don't know. Whatever y'all like to hear. You know, we'll do a poll. I'll talk to Kitty. Kitty likes to troll and she likes to hear crazy stuff about me. So it is what it is. But thank you for listening to my failed rap career, which again, it is a failed rap career, but I'm still a musician and I enjoy being a musician. So I guess with all of that said, laissez les vents rouler, which means let the good times roll. Peace out, people.
Fire or trash? Fire or trash? Fire or trash? The only thing you
What is shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Shaking, people, it's your boy Doom Killer HD. What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom back and relax. You are now